Now what I'm going to do is tell you that everyone says, is there any keys for success? You know, is there anything out there that sport, life, or my experience I could make as a formula for success? I'm going to give you some quick ones, if you don't mind me throwing them out there and see if you can catch them before I get over here. And I think I learned most of these things and the value of them as a member of a sports team, as a member of my family, and a member of my community. I call them my 3 R's for success. I've said them many times. If you've ever heard me speak before, you know that these are my credo. And when I was growing up, my mom and dad had no education to speak of. 8th and 9th grade educations, and they stressed to me as I was growing up to get a good education. And my mom, being an old Italian, used to talk about the 3 R's, all right? The reading, the writing, the arithmetic. She called them the 3 R's. They stood for success, they stood for value, they stood for what she wanted me to get and have. Because my dad would always say, if you get a good education, it's like having a good friend. Because a good friend is someone you can turn to when you're in need. And he would say, if you get a good education, and you ever get in a jam, you can always go turn to your education, and it would be your friend to help you get out of the jam. And so during my years, I developed 3 other R's. I'll throw them out there, see if you can catch them, take them home with you. First R is the R of responsibility. We talked about it earlier. It's a key word. A key word in life, a key word in sport, a key word wherever you go. Eventually, you're the one who has to take out the garbage and get the job to pay for the gas for the car. Eventually, you have to know where the cutoff man is when you pick up the ball at the runway and what the signs are the third base coach has given you. That idea of being a responsible person is the idea that you can fit into a team, you can fit into a city, you can fit into a community, you can be a major part of the country that you live because you are taking the responsibilities upon yourself to do what you do best. So think about that R word of responsibility. Deal with another R word of respect. All right, respect's one of those weird words that goes around and it's getting lost in the shuffle now because a lot of our dealings with other people are in the social media world, where you're not looking at anyone, you don't know who it is you're talking to, you have no idea what it is or who it is that's on the other end of your message, and the respect level is diminishing. And what we have to understand is that respect is a wonderful word. It's a reflective word, okay? It's reflective because you've heard, the more you give it, the more you get it, huh? So you have to learn to respect those who are older than you, those who are younger than you, those who are same color as you, those who are different colors than you, those who speak your language, those who don't speak your language. Because the more respect you give, the more respect you get. But on this same note, the person you have to learn to respect the most in life is that reflection you see when you're combing your hair or brushing your teeth. You have to learn to respect yourself. You have to learn to look in that mirror and say, I like that person I'm looking at right there, and I respect them. And the way you learn to respect yourself is by differentiating between right and wrong. By just making good decisions in your daily life. Whether it's what time to get up, how to present your homework, how to call your grandparents, how to say thank you to your mom and dad, whatever it is that you know there's a line between right and wrong. You do the right more than the wrong. When you're brushing your teeth, you say, hey, I like that person that's looking back at me, and you'll learn the value of respect. Respect yourself as well as others. So you have responsibility, respect, the third R, and I'm going to sit down here, we're going to do our panel, is that R of reality. And reality is another one of those elusive words in life because people are always trying to figure out my reality, your reality. I want to change my reality. Well, check it out. Your reality in life is that thing that you do best in life. Your reality on a team is that way that you contribute most to that team. Meaning everyone can't hit home runs who are in the lineup. But there are guys who can hit the ball to right, take pitches to get on base, and watch and enjoy as other guys hit home runs. That their reality is to be some other part of the team rather than a home run hitter. There are guys on the pitching staff who don't throw 100 miles an hour and strike everyone out. But they still have a very good place on that team to get a ground ball with a sinker or work the count so that the hitter hits into a double play. That your reality is that thing that makes you special in your environment so that you are contributing to the success of the group. When you contribute to the success of the group, you in fact are successful. And so I like to throw those 3 R's out there. Hopefully you caught them, hopefully you put them in your pocket, hopefully you can take them home with you, and hopefully the questions that we answer moving forward are the questions that you're going to also take home with you and make you a more responsible person, make you understand the value of respect in your community and in your life, and also help you understand what your reality is. So thank you very much for having me here. Let's go see videotape.
Let me introduce our panelists who just arrived. Bob Picozzi, please stand up, Bob. Bob is from ESPN Radio, CPT TV. He is going to be our moderator, one of our panelists. Please give him a hand.